Hi, I'm Heinbach. It's good to have you back. In this video, I want to talk about the Roland TR-608. Yes, you heard that right. Not the TR-606, the TR-608, which is right here. This is not an official Roland drum machine, but rather a mod to the venerable TR-606, which is one of my most favorite drum machines for two reasons, which I'll go into later. But first, let's hear how this mod sounds. As you could hopefully hear, this mod advances the sonic palette of the 606 greatly. The original 606 is rather limited in its sounds. There are beautiful sounds, though the kick leaves a lot to be desired, and for years I've been trying to find ways to either supplement it with another kick or to use processing to make it stronger. But of course you're applying all the processing to the whole of the drum sounds because it has no single outs. This mod adds a single out just for the kick, which is pretty crucial for all kinds of electronic music. The shaping possibilities for the bass drum are greatly enhanced, where in the original you only got the volume control. Here you now get 4 different controls for the tune, the envelope, the decay, and the tone. And there is a germanium diode in there that shapes the tone of the kick drum. snare drum is also updated with parameters for tune, snappy, and decay. Both high and low tom are now pitchable. The hi-hat you can tune now to a world of graininess, and you can adjust the decay of both the closed hi-hat and the open hi-hat. All these mods are not new. They've been around for decades, but I've never seen them inside the machine. Usually you get external boxes to fit in all the electronics necessary to make these mods, to design it in a way that keeps the original appearance intact and the form factor. I think that's the outstanding part about what Filippo did. And by the way, he started this mod out of one of the reasons I think most of us can relate to. He wanted to have an 808 and couldn't afford it. And that is where the name for that mod comes from, TR-608. With this complete overhaul of the sound engine of this drum machine, it might have just become my most favorite drum machine. And I've loved the 606 for a long time because of aforementioned two reasons. First of all, it has two trigger outs. These are up here. And these can be used to trigger modular, test equipment, anything. These trigger outs make the TR-606 a perfect hub inside the studio because I can send these triggers to multipliers, use them with a modular, but also just with a Juno 60 and trigger the arpeggiator on that, which is one of the most classic sounds and something I'm going to get to in a bit. The second reason I love the 606 is, for some reason, it just grooves very nicely. I think I read it is the most shuffly of all the Roland drum machines, and that might just be true. It really has something that I love, that just swings in a very human way. And that's something I don't find with other Roland drum machines that much, or crazily exaggerated when you turn on the swing on the TR-707. But just the way the clock in the 606 triggers all the other stuff, it's something that makes me happy. Let me show you what I mean. Trigger out 1 goes to the Juno 60 and triggers the arpeggiator on that. And the second trigger out goes into the Korg SQ1, which runs the Roland SH02. And then we've got some little Coco Quanto sounds in this track and nothing else except some feedback and processing. far as happy places in music go, this is mine. Filippo mods these machines for other people. So if you've got a TR-606 that you would like to have this mod applied to, you can contact him on Instagram at thatacid wasn't or at the following email. The mod is 475 euros, which is not cheap, but considering the quality of the work, I think it's angemessen. I think the price fits what you get. You can of course mod the TR-606 yourself, and there are many good guides in all kinds of languages that I found just by googling TR-606 mod. But of course, to do it with that level of precision and knowledge and getting it all inside a package, that is a rather difficult job, I would say. If you don't have a 606 to upgrade to 608, consider joining my Patreon, because there's a sound pack with all the single sounds and some loops for you to use in your music as you like, as well as the track you just heard. And I want to thank everybody who supports what I do on Patreon. You're the reason I can get up early and record videos like this before the kids awake. If you have any further questions, put them in the comments below or visit the Heinbach subreddit. It's a nice place. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.